Did you know that every single day, you might be unintentionally breaking your dog's heart? It is a painful thought, but science has proven that dogs possess the emotional intelligence of a human toddler. They feel deep sorrow, rejection, and confusion, but they lack the voice to tell you that hurt. Instead, they suffer in silence, waiting for you to notice. What if I told you that your normal daily habits, things you think are harmless, are actually causing your best friend psychological trauma? From the way you hold your phone to the way you say goodbye, you might be the source of their secret depression. We are about to uncover the 15 silent ways you are hurting your dog. Number 15 is the most dangerous of all. Watch closely, because once you know this, you can never unknow it. Let's begin with the first silent heartbreak, and it is one we are all guilty of in this modern age. You are ignoring them for your phone. Imagine this scenario. You have been gone all day. Your dog has been waiting in the silence, listening for your car, dreaming of the moment you walk through the door. You finally arrive, and they run to you, tail wagging eyes, bright, bringing you a toy. But what do? You are scrolling. You are checking emails. You are looking at a glowing box instead of looking at the soul that worships you. To a dog, this is not just being busy. This is a form of social rejection called the still face. Studies have shown that when a primary caregiver ignores a dependent to stare at a screen, the dependent experiences a spike in cortisol, the stress hormone. Your dog doesn't understand the internet. They don't understand that you are reading the news. All they see is that you have chosen a cold, lifeless object over them. They feel invisible. Some dogs will try to claw at the phone or bark to snap you out of it. Others, the more sensitive ones, will simply sigh, lower their heads, and walk away to lie down in a corner, mourning the connection they desperately need. Please give them just 15 minutes of your undivided attention. Put the phone down. Look into their eyes. That connection is their entire world. Number 2 is a tragedy of timing. You are punishing them for past mistakes. You come home after a long day and find a destroyed pillow on the living room floor. You see the feathers everywhere. You get angry. You drag the dog over to the mess point at it and yell, "Bad dog." Your dog looks guilty, right? They crouch down, they look away. They show the whites of their eyes. But here is the heartbreaking truth. They have absolutely no idea why you are yelling. Canine cognition experts tell us that a dog's association window is about 2 seconds. If you don't catch them in the act, the moment is gone. When you yell at them 2 hours later, they don't think, "I am being punished for the pillow." They think, "My owner, the person I love most, has suddenly become aggressive and terrifying for no reason." That guilty look isn't guilt. It is fear. It is a biological response called appeasement. They are terrified of your unpredictable anger and are trying to calm you down. This destroys the trust in your relationship. It creates a dog who is constantly anxious because they never know when you might explode. If you miss the moment, just clean it up. The failure was in the management, not the dog. Number 3 involves physical pain disguised as a walk. You are jerking the leash. We have all seen it. A dog pulls to sniff something, and the owner yanks the leash back hard. It seems like a correction, but to the dog, it is a physical and emotional assault. The neck is a vulnerable area packed with the trachea, the thyroid gland, and delicate vertebrae. Every time you jerk that leash, you are risking physical injury. But psychologically, it is worse. The walk is their time. It is their highlight reel. When you yank them, you turn their moment of joy into a moment of pain. They begin to associate you and the outdoors with discomfort. They don't understand that you want them to heal. They just understand that being near you hurts. A walk should be a partnership, a dance of communication, not a prison march. If you want them to walk nicely, use a harness, use treats, use patience. Do not use pain to communicate with a friend. Number 4 is a misunderstanding of love. You are hugging them too tightly. As primates, humans are wired to hug. It is how we show affection. We wrap our arms around the things we love and we squeeze. But dogs are not primates. They are cursorial animals. In their language, being held down and restricted prevents them from escaping danger. It is a dominant, threatening move. When you wrap your arms tightly around a dog, you might feel love, but they often feel trapped. Look at the photos of people hugging dogs. Look closely. The dog's mouth is often closed tight. Their ears are pinned back. They are doing a whale eye, looking away, so you see the whites of their eyes. These are all screaming signals of stress. They tolerate it because they are loyal to you, but they are silently begging to be let go. They prefer a scratch on the chest, a lean against your leg, or a soft pat. Love them in a way they understand, not in a way that makes them feel claustrophobic. Number 5 is a communication breakdown. You are screaming at them when they don't understand. Imagine you are in a foreign country where you don't speak the language. Someone starts shouting instructions at you in a language you don't know. You don't understand, so they scream louder and get angrier. You would be terrified, right? That is exactly what happens when you yell commands at a confused dog. Sit, sit, I said. Sit. Your dog is trying. They are desperate to please you, but your words are just noise. When you raise your voice, you introduce aggression into the learning process. The dog's brain shifts from learning mode to survival mode. They freeze up. They act stubborn, not because they are defiant, but because their brain has shut down out of fear. Research shows that dogs trained with shouting are less confident, more anxious, and slower to learn than dogs trained with quiet, positive reinforcement. Be a teacher, not a tyrant. Number 6 steals their joy. You don't let them sniff on walks. This is one of the most common cruelties we inflict on dogs. For humans, a walk is about exercise and visual scenery. For dogs, a walk is about information. Their nose is their primary interface with reality. It is how they read the news, check their social media, and understand the neighborhood. When you drag a dog past a tree, they want to sniff or pull them away from a patch of grass. It is like someone snatching a book out of your hands just as you are reading the most interesting paragraph. You are blinding them. 15 minutes of intense sniffing is more mentally exhausting and satisfying for a dog than an hour of mindless power walking. By denying them this, you create a dog that is physically tired but mentally frustrated. Let them sniff. Let it be their walk. It is the only time of day they get to explore the world outside your walls. Number 7 is the epidemic of loneliness. You leave them alone all day. We rationalize this. We have jobs. We have lives. But we must remember that dogs are obligate pack animals. In nature, they are never ever alone. To be left alone in the wild means death. When you leave them for 8, 9, or 10 hours a day, you are subjecting them to unnatural isolation. For a dog, time moves differently. 4 hours can feel like an eternity of silence. Studies show that cortisol levels in solitary dogs spikes significantly after just 4 hours. They don't just sleep all day. They wait. They pace. They suffer from a quiet, crushing boredom that we can scarcely imagine. This isolation leads to separation, anxiety, depression, and destructive behaviors. If you must work, hire a walker. Come home for lunch. Use doggy daycare. Do not let their entire life be a waiting room for your return. Number 8 is a mistake of exit. You leave without a goodbye ritual. There is a myth that you should ignore your dog when you leave to prevent anxiety. While you shouldn't make a huge dramatic fuss, ghosting your dog is actually cruel. Imagine if your partner just walked out the door without a word. You wouldn't know if they were going to the store for milk or leaving forever. That uncertainty triggers anxiety. Dogs need predictive cues. They need to know what is happening. A simple calm ritual, like giving them a specific treat and saying, "Be a good boy, I'll be back," gives them a sense of control. It signals, okay, the human is leaving, but the ritual happened so they will return. It turns the terrifying unknown into a predictable routine. Give them the security of a proper goodbye. Number 9 is a betrayal of safety. You scold them for being scared. Thunder crashes. Fireworks explode. Your dog is shaking, panting, trying to hide under the bed, and you get annoyed. You tell them to stop it or be quiet. This is heartbreaking. Fear is an involuntary emotional response. They literally cannot control it. To them, the world is ending. The sky is attacking. When you scold a scared dog, you confirm their worst fear, that the environment is hostile and even their protector, you, has turned against them. You are punishing them for having an emotion. This damages your bond severely. Instead of being their safe harbor, you become another source of stress. You don't have to coddle them, but you must be a calm presence. Create a safe space. Use white noise. Be the rock they can cling to, not the wave that crashes over them. Number 10 is the thief of identity. You compare them to your past dog. Max never barked like this. Bella learned this trick so much faster. You might not say it to their face, but you feel it. You project that disappointment onto them. Dogs are incredibly intuitive. They can read your micro-expressions and your tone. If you look at them with disappointment, because they aren't the dog you used to have, they feel that rejection. They feel that they are failing you, even though they are just being themselves. Every dog is a unique soul with a unique personality. Comparing them is unfair. It blinds you to the beautiful creature in front of you because you are too busy looking at a ghost. Honor the dog you have, not the memory of the one you lost. Number 11 is a modern cruelty. You laugh at their fears for social media. We have all seen the videos. A dog is terrified of a vacuum cleaner, or a cat, or a plastic bag, and the owner is filming it, laughing, maybe even provoking the reaction to get a funny clip. To you, it is a joke. To the internet, it is content. To your dog, it is terror. When you laugh at a fearful dog, you are engaging in a form of bullying. They look to you for guidance. If they are scared and you are laughing, it creates a cognitive dissonance that is deeply unsettling. It erodes their trust in you as a protector. Never sacrifice your dog's sense of safety for a few likes on Instagram. It is a betrayal of the highest order. Number 12 is neglect disguised as busyness. You don't play with them every day. Play is not a luxury for a dog. It is a biological necessity. It is how they practice social skills, release energy, and bond with their pack. When you stop playing, your dog feels unloved. They feel retired from the family unit. A dog that isn't played with becomes depressed. They lose their spark. They sleep more, not because they are tired, but because they have given up on joy. It takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes to throw a ball to play tug to hide a treat. 10 minutes to tell them, "You are fun. You are important. You are my friend." Do not let your fatigue become their depression. Number 13 is forcing consent. You force them to interact with people they dislike. Your dog hides behind your legs. They turn their head away. They stiffen up. But you say, "Oh, he's friendly," and you drag them out to be petted by a stranger or a loud child. This is a violation of their bodily autonomy. Dogs have preferences. They are allowed to be introverts. They are allowed to dislike certain people. When you force these interactions, you teach your dog that their polite signals looking away hiding don't work. This is how bites happen. If a dog learns that whispering no doesn't work, they will eventually scream no with their teeth. Respect their no. Be their advocate. If they don't want to say hi, tell the stranger to back off. Your loyalty belongs to your dog, not to the feelings of a stranger. Number 14 is the chaos of rules. You are inconsistent. Today, they are allowed on the couch because you are happy. Tomorrow, you yell at them for getting on the couch because you are stressed or wearing nice pants. This inconsistency drives dogs insane. They crave structure. They need to know the rules of the game to feel like they are winning. When the rules change based on your mood, the dog lives in a state of chronic anxiety. They never know if they are being a good boy or a bad boy until it is too late. It destroys their confidence. Decide the rules, whatever they are, and stick to them. Consistency is a love language for dogs. It tells them exactly how to be safe in your world. And finally, number 15. This is the deepest cut of all. You are ignoring their silent pain. Your dog is sleeping more. They are hesitant to jump in the car. They are eating a little slower. They aren't greeting you with the same bounce. And you say, "Oh, he's just getting old." Or, "He's just tired today." Dogs are stoic. By evolution, they are wired to hide pain because in the wild, a weak animal is a target. They will mask their suffering until it is unbearable. If you notice a change in behavior, it is never nothing. It is a scream for help. Ignoring these subtle signs is a form of medical neglect. It tells your dog that they are alone in their suffering. When they look at you with those soft, sad eyes, they are hoping you will be the one person who notices what the rest of the world misses. They are hoping you will see their arthritis, their toothache, their nausea. Ignoring this is the ultimate betrayal of the guardian role. You are their voice. You are their only advocate. If you don't listen to the whisper of their pain, you might not be able to save them when it becomes a shout. Please look at your dog today. Really look at them. Are you guilty of these silent heartbreaks? It is not too late to change. They forgive us instantly, which is why we must be careful not to take advantage of that forgiveness. I want to know the name of the soul you are promising to protect today. Go to the comments section right now and write down your dog's name. Let's make a pledge to be the humans they think we are. Let's fill the comments with the names of the dogs who deserve a life free of these silent hurts. Thank you for listening, and go give your best friend a gentle scratch in their favorite spot. They are waiting for you.